What's going on, folks? Alright, I'm going to do a little live review action here. I'm just going to wait. Hey, what's going on? Got a couple guys on. No, it's late. 2009 See Nice. I'm back. Cool. What's the word? Like I said, kind of a mess here. Been kind of busy with the whole company first week back at the grind. Kind of hit me pretty quick. Never seen a live stream. Yeah, I did one call. I've done a couple of them. You know, probably maybe 2 or 3. I like the live stream. Hey, Jason Jordan, what's up? Greetings from Maine. Well, greetings from Jersey, my man. Thanks. Yeah, I'm just kind of focusing here. We're gonna attempt. What's up, Jay? We're gonna attempt Alex Lakers from Cali. I don't know what you guys were thinking letting Lou Williams leave, man. He's on Houston. He won the game for the Rockets last night, man. Off the bench, Lou Williams. Out of high school. I'm a big Lou Williams fan. But yeah, so I got, if you remember the video, I bought 2 of these kits. I went back because a lot of you guys were going crazy over this kit. You guys are like, wow, what's going on? I'm trying to find it. You know, I did the video. I showed you it was $89.99. I'm going to talk a little bit about the kit from what I heard from one of the DeWalt reps who told me a little bit about this kit. It's got, let me tell you, it's a real awesome drill driver. I mean, I'll be honest with you. It might be the best DeWalt drill I've ever used. If you've watched, you know, I'm not a big fan of the 771. You guys who have that, I mean, it's a brushed version, kind of not too old, but kind of old. And then there's the what is it, the 780 or the 788 DCD. I can't remember. I think I got one here. It has like the electric chuck and all that. I'm just not, they're not good, man. Hate to say it. A lot of you DeWalt guys get a little bit. Yeah, I like the 780 better than the 771. It's got a little bit more torque. But yeah, their drills. Like I said, I don't really use their drills too much. I'm not a big fan of their drills. Are DeWalt's impacts, but they make a lot of other good stuff. But anyway, this, I think, I mean, this drill blows both of them out of the water. I really like it. Really light, real comfortable. I've seen lots of Milwaukee drills burn out. Yeah, you know what, DeMarcus? I'm going to tell you something, and this is from, and you guys know. And, you know, I'm always honest with you guys, and that's what, you know, this channel is about. Something is the nutless piece. Yeah, it's garbage, man. It's horrible. It's probably the worst drill out there. It is a little bit older, but it's not really that old. I think it came out like 3 years ago. Yeah, a lot of people bitched about it. But getting back to DeMarcus, Chris, yeah, DeWalt's a good company, man. But, you know, and I'm about to blast Milwaukee here because DeMarcus brought up a good point. Very true. And I heard straight from the mouth of and it's not the guys that, you know, I did that live stream at Milwaukee Day. It was another one. He's actually a little bit better friends with this guy. He was telling me that a lot of tools have been coming back. He didn't specifically say which tools, but he said there's a lot of Milwaukee stuff that has been burning out. I'm thinking that it is the, I don't know, I don't think it's the brushless impact. And, I mean, I don't know what he could be talking about, but they're getting a lot of issues with Not I don't know. He wouldn't be specific about it, but DeMarcus, I've heard that straight from a rep from Milwaukee. So I don't know what's going on. Obviously, there's something going on maybe with the manufacturing of one of the products that's coming on. It's the drills. Yeah, I guess maybe it's that hammer, the hammer drill that comes with the impact. I guess I'm not sure. Like I said, he didn't say specifically which, but he's noticed. He works in the store, and he has these people come in and, hey, I just bought this drill a couple months ago, and it's burnt out. And Milwaukee's warranty is they're great. He has to go through all the work to replace them. I love my Makitas went from over to yeah, Makita's the bomb, man. Makita's great. You're gonna pay a premium for Makita stuff, but you don't really ever hear too much negative stuff. A lot of people don't like, oh, they're underpowered, they're not really comfortable. But I mean, you're very, Milwaukee, Makita has like that cult following. You know what I'm saying? Just bought this for my sister. Oh, you bought this one? You get foot-pound specs on the mid. No, you're never gonna find them on this, Chris. It's pretty much just like the high torque. You can't find them on the high torque either. I don't know why Milwaukee's doing that. Makita is the wearer of drills. I don't know about that. I mean, I'll tell you what though. I would rather have. You see, wearer is a high-priced product. From Germany, and great reputation wearer. But if you look at the most expensive, kind of brand in the whole industry, drills, impacts, you're gonna hear these guys say Hilti. Let me tell you, Hilti, not impressed. I think they're garbage. I never see them really on the job site. I don't know if it's because of the costs, if it's because of they got this little funky rigid type thing going where, oh, you got a 20-year warranty, and that gets people's panties up going. Yeah, the Snap-on too. I haven't. Either you love Snap-on or you don't like Snap-on. But I don't have enough. I don't really. They're more of a hand tool type of company, obviously. So I kind of focus more on the power tools here. But Hilti. Yeah, the Hilti. You want one of their combo kits. You're paying like $700 for like a drill and an impact, or I don't know how much they are, but they get your panties all going with the 20-year warranty, and it's really a 2-year warranty, totally replaceable. But I'm not a big fan. I don't think they're comfortable tools. I think they're kind of a little bit underpowered, some of their stuff. And I mean, I don't. They're not. Some of their tools they want like $400 or $500 for some of these combo kits, and they're not even brushless. So I'm just kind of comparing. Someone brought up the whole wearer. Makita is the wearer. I mean, they're not that. I wouldn't go that crazy. I mean, you can get a nice, you know, ratchet set from DeWalt, or a nice bit set from the Shockwave or Bosch tough bits, impact tough bits, $20, $25. I mean, you want wearer. I mean, it's you're paying $100 for some of these bit sets. So, Makita's a couple dollars more than the rest. You're gonna pay, like I said, a little bit of a premium. But yeah, Matt Lippincott, I don't like any of their stuff, to be honest with you. Um, I was gonna try to maybe get a couple of their tools. Rigid is doing some nice things these days. Good value for yeah, they are. Now Rigid, let me tell you, I think who's ever running that company is hitting all the right switches. Like I said, they're probably the fastest growing brand out there, and I love their accessory stuff. I just don't like their impacts and their drills. I love their circular saw. I think is a nice value, 7.5-inch brushless, you know, circular saw. I had to pre-order mine. Carl B, Gideon. Hey, I got your text, man. I don't think I would sell it to Brett. He was shady, dude. I wouldn't let him like take advantage of all your hard work, Carl. You know? Now, I mean, I would if you're gonna sell it, I'd jump the price on that guy. Hilti has their contractor line where they fix and replace. Yeah, for 2 years, and you know, you could buy rigid or Ryobi stuff, and you should be able to get 2 years out of it. Obviously, if you're using it every day on a contractor site, if on a construction site, and you know, it might be a little bit different. If it wasn't, yeah, I mean, I don't even know. Like their batteries. I don't. I mean, like I said, I'm not too familiar with some of their stuff, but I wanted to bring up the healthy thing because I was really close to maybe getting some of their stuff. But I did fool around with their impact driver. I believe it's their new 22 volt, and I was like, all right, it's okay. How much is this? What? Really? $479? No, no way. Not gonna happen. But yeah, I was just doing some. I had to take the battery off of this. I used the Milwaukee blower today on my commercial properties. I'm telling you, I'm starting to like it, guys. I really am. You know, I'm not doing heavy leaves with the grass clippings and stuff. It works awesome, man. It really does. It's a great. The trimmer. I got the video hopefully coming up this weekend. Like I said, it's amazing. I absolutely love it. The best, not only 18 volt trimmer on the market. It's the best trimmer, lithium ion trimmer I've ever used. It is just loads of power. Love the weight of it, the balance of it. You can use 0.95 string on it, RO .080. It's just awesome, man. It is freaking awesome. You know, I was talking about the blower a little bit. It's good. You know, when you compare it to the other ones, the runtime on the trimmer, I'll get a whole day out of it. You get 60 to 65 minutes, they say, Jason, on a 9 amp hour battery, but you know, we use it 5 minutes on one job, maybe 10 minutes on the next, 5 minutes, 10. I mean, on a 9. Milwaukee sent me their 6-bay charger, and I'm gonna kind of show you how I run everything with that, with my DeWalt power station. So, you know, I'm gonna kind of show that eventually. I got a lot of stuff I kind of want to get to, but let me clean off the little. See, this is a waste here, guys. And I know I've been talking about it for the last, what, 6 months, 9 months. I gotta clean this. I mean, it takes up my whole freaking workbench. It's an absolute mess, all these freaking chargers, but, you know. Well, I got that sick. I want to keep that in my truck. $249, I think. 24 volt. Yeah. Well, you the one who you've been commenting a lot, Alex Lakers, on those cobalts. Is that you? I've been getting a lot of messages on that. All that isn't, and then brushed motors, Matt Lippincott. Yeah, I think some of their stuff might be brushless healthy, but the 22 volt I was playing with. Now, if you know, let us know. I'm under the impression that it wasn't even brushless, but it could be. But yeah, I do have a lot of them there. 2009. I just got this one. I didn't just get this one. This comes with the. I had to use this the other day for my trailer, and you know, I have enough rigid chargers, so I kind of left it in a box. But then it was taking up too much space. I'm like, I gotta get rid of this box. And inside the box was this charger. So this is pretty cool. So I can kind of $2.99 trimmer with a 9-inch. Yeah, dude, it's worth it, man. That trimmer is, if you're gonna get one Milwaukee's outdoor power tools. I don't know why this is zoomed in. Once you zoom in once, oh, there we go. I would definitely go with the Milwaukee trimmer. No doubt. No doubt. It's quiet. You know, you don't have to worry about gas and mix and all that. I mean, I had to start. My other one's in my shed. I kind of got everything in there. This is my 56, but this is $200. You know, steel make great. I kind of try to stick with steel with everything except backpack blowers. I'm a Red Max Husqvarna guy. But I have the FS70R. But they're like $249, $279. So, you know, that's a commercial trimmer. This was one of the first ones I got. I still use this, but yeah, for $2.99 I get it. And you know what? You know, I hate to say it. You know they're going to be running a deal pretty soon on it. You know, it's just a matter of time. Right now, it's like, you know, this is the peak season of outdoor power equipment. So, you know, don't expect it in the next month or two. But I'm sure by June, they'll have, you know, $50 off. I'm just going to throw that down here. Oh, this was in the shop, guys. I don't know if I ever told you. Oh, Jesus Christ! Oh. This was in the shop. And Ryobi was a little shady with it until I talked to them on the phone. They wanted it. Now, this is a $39.99. You know what? I'm going to end up running out of battery and not even do a review on this goddamn thing. So maybe I should get to that and not talk about this right now. But, alright, let's get to this main event. Alright, so let me do this over here. I got a lot of stuff to review, guys. I gotta find time, you know, and then on the weekends I coach baseball. So 10 minutes, yeah, right? And I probably jumped to like 40 different topics already. That's why I can't do these live videos, because someone answers a question, I feel obligated to answer everyone. What's the deal with that Ryobi? Yeah. I guess I could tell you real quick. So, I use this thing a lot. I do a lot of caulk, and I'm working on my enclosed patio. And I'm doing stuff at my mother's house, and I was doing a job too at one of my clients' house. Saying, hey, do you know how to seal my wall in the bathroom, caulk it? It's all peeling off. I'm like, yeah. So, but anyway, so I was using a silicone product, and what happens is, obviously, if you have one of these, well, if you have a normal caulk gun, it doesn't really leak too much, but sometimes some of these caulks, I don't know, they don't go really well with these guns. It pops, like, you know, you're pressing a button and it's going, and all of a sudden it like blows. We could start snap rigid pipe rent, yeah. Yeah, pipe rigid is good with that. I don't know if TTI makes that. Like I said, Rigid has like 4 different companies. Probably not 4. I don't know if it's 2 or 3 different companies make their stuff. I believe they make a lot of their own shop vac stuff, and then they have another company kind of makes their pipe wrench and their, you know, more plumbing type tools. But anyway, so getting back to this, make a long story short, some silicone got in here. And it kind of like messed it up, kind of froze the motor in here. And I'm like, what the freak? What are you talking about? I'm like, how the hell can caulk get inside here? It's a caulk gun. So obviously it's going to get... So when they called me up, like, yeah, we got your thing. We can fix it. It's going to be $88.48. So I'm like, what? It's like, yeah, you know, and with Ryobi, you got to pay $20 just for them to look at it. And if it's covered, they were to give you your $20 back and they fix it for free. What's cool about Ryobi, and I think Milwaukee is doing it now, if you watched my video, no more having those receipts. But I recommend, like I said, if you have any Milwaukee tools that you use, or even Ryobi, that you use a lot, get a piece of electrical tape, get a piece of duct tape, and just put it on your serial number here. Because on a lot of tools that I have, use over time, this gets worn out. And they can't read it, and then, if you don't have the receipt, I can't, this is not legible, blah, blah, blah. So, keep, thanks, Alex. Yeah, that was a good time. Real nice guys over there. Yeah, put a piece of tape on this. So, I bought this in 2016, I believe. Yeah, 2016, like March. I didn't have the receipt, but I kept the box. I keep the box, like you'll see, man. I keep the boxes for pretty much everything. My wife always says, "What the hell you doing? What do you need the box for?" I don't know. I usually lose the receipt, but if you see the box, usually has a date and a receipt on it and all that crap. But anyway, so yeah, it was $88. But getting back to the thing, the 15, that's the year. So this was made on I believe it's, the 15th year, the second month. I don't know. This one's tough. I don't know what the hell it's talking about. Usually it's the year, day, and the month. So I 02, I guess March, but I don't know what the 50 is about. Oh, it's the 50th week. All right. The 50th week, the second day. Yep, there it is. Yep. I would get it, Jay. Yeah, the 50th week, second day, in the year 2015. So this is still covered till 2018. I know, Jay, I'm just playing with you. So, but anyway, $88. I'm like, well, this was the $34 cork gun. You want $80? Yeah, and she was like, "No, nothing we can do." We looked at it. I'm like, "Can you put a manager on?" They're gonna tell you the same thing. I'm like, I just like to talk to them. So I got on with one of the managers. And I'm like, "Listen, I probably used this thing like 10 or 12, 10 or 11 times, and this thing seized up on me. And let me look. Well, it says cork got into the motor somehow. I'm like, well, it's a cork gun. Shouldn't that be sealed? Shouldn't there be some type of protection? I mean, it's a cork gun. There's going to be cork, and there's going to be silicone and all kinds of stuff going on in here. Shouldn't that be protected, from important internal motor parts? Oh, yeah, it should be. Anyway, they ended up spending $80 to fix this damn thing, where they could have just sent me a new one for. They sell them for $39.99 or $34.99. It's sealed with cork. I don't, did you say seized? Did you mean to say? But anyway, yeah, something got in there. So it was silicone, and it seized the engine. They said it seized the motor. But yeah, it was $88. But like I said, they sell it for $39.99 or $34.99. Can't remember the price. But and it probably cost them $10 to make this. But according to Ryobi, and when they return it, you got to go to the Home Depot store and pick it up. And only certain Home Depots, not every Home Depot you have to bring it to one of the rental ones, I guess. This is my first time ever dealing with Ryobi. I wasn't happy at first, but they ended up doing the right thing, which is cool. But yeah, so they could have sent you a new one for $10-15. But they opened her up, they fixed it, they put new parts in it, and it was like $88. All right, so that's the deal with Ryobi. But they came through. They stuck by it. And like I said, if you watched my live stream at the Milwaukee Day event, the days of having to have your Milwaukee, the guy, my buddy who's a rep at Milwaukee, like, take a picture of it. Because they're made to fade after a year. So if you ever look at your receipts, if you have one that's like a year and a half old, you'll see it's really like light, and the thing could be in perfect shape. You could stick it in your drawer in a plastic bag, And no matter what you do, somehow that ink on that receipt fades. So in like 3 or 4 years, you ain't gonna be able to tell shit on that receipt. So, you know, my buddy's like, yeah, take a picture of it. So you always have it. But you don't really have to do that anymore, because as long as there is a code on it, this was from the 4th day of 2015. So as long as they can see that on Milwaukee, maybe TTI, so maybe Rigid too. I'm sure that's how Rigid does it too. But, you know, the big thing, like I said, you talk to those Milwaukee guys, you know, how can they, I'm like, how can Rigid afford to do this? Because once you buy a tool from them or an Impact, if they're saying it's guaranteed, you know, pretty much for forever, I mean, how are they gonna, he's like, let me tell you, 10% of the people, well, 90% of the people don't register their tools online. So that's why I was saying, you buy these tools from Rigid, you have to register them online. As long as you register. Yep, Milwaukee has the inside tool as well, or at least what I was told. Has an inside tool. Are you talking about this on the caulk gun, Chris? I gotta take this off. This is what the slip was on, what they did. But I had to use it, so. Oh, the day code. Milwaukee has the inside. Yeah, they said that during the live feed also. Yeah, I guess, you know, that's true. But you know what? It's not hard to put a piece of tape. I mean, just stick a piece of tape. See, I wanted to get this thing fixed. This is from the 4th. Yeah, this is pretty much 8th week. It's done. It's no good. No, it works. But like I said, if you remember the videos, if you really put it on something that's really tight, you got to take the battery out. You got to put it in and then do it. Yeah, they do, Victor. And let me tell you, if you buy a Rigid product in the store, you can forget about it. They're going to kick it back. Unless you buy it online where there's the code. You know, when I talk to Rigid, I'm like, every time I buy a tool, it gets kicked back. It's like, well, yeah, but when I buy it online, you know, it's not a big deal. And she's like, yeah, unfortunately, if you buy it in the store, they get kicked back a lot. I'm a welder. Tape burns. Nah, you put a piece of electrical tape on it. Well, you're a welder. But, I mean, put something over it. That's probably the best way to do it. Because, you know, if you rely on them opening it up, and they can tell you whatever they want, you know, unless they do it. I mean, you're not going to be there when they do it, so. And I'm sure they don't do that. Milwaukee's a good company and all, but it's just good for your peace of mind. You know what year it is and all that. But I think that's great that Milwaukee does that. But, all right. So I'm 28 minutes into this video, and I haven't even talked about this. So let's take her out. Like I said, 89 bucks. You know, I always tell people, when you see these deals, and you might not need them, and, you know, sometimes, most of the time, I really don't. It's to bring you guys content and stuff. But, you know, I bought this for the battery. Oh, sorry. I wanted a couple more. I mean, if you look at these batteries, I mean, these things are my last two. And you guys seen my old 885 and my other, but, yeah, these are from what year? 2013. So, I mean, these are 4 years old. But for a hard case, on certain tools, a hard case is good. I like hard cases when you have like a combo type of kit where you can kind of separate stuff. With a drill, you know, because you could stick these under your car seat and stuff like that for impact and water precautions. Yeah, I mean, I think these are actually better. I mean, if water, I don't know, a bucket of water would go onto this. I mean, this is some heavy stuff. I mean, it might get a little damp, but you're not going to have anything really to worry about. with those hard cases, sometimes stuff can seep through here. You never know. I mean, I doubt it. I kind of get your point there. Yeah, in certain tools. But I like these bags because you can shove them anywhere and you can kind of roll them and twist them to get them into a compartment. But, yeah, I mean, you got to keep it. I mean, this is an $89 set. You can't expect, you know, everything. But, yeah, so let's take a look. And I'm probably going to, I'll definitely do a better in-depth review for you. You know, it's hard to work a live video and really, and this is, you know, the DCB107 charger. I love DeWalt's chargers. You know, and Milwaukee's are good too, but the DeWalt, I mean the Bosch ones. Actually, I don't like all of them. I like these. Look how compact this is. This is great. And now they have the hooks on the back. You can just, I can put that right there. And it's small. The older versions, here, let me see if this is hooked in. Here's an older DCB 101. You know, it's like, what is all this extra space here for? You want to put another one of these here? Oh, that'd be great. But you see how this is like half the size? I don't understand, you know, but the DeWalt fast charger, that size would be great. Yeah, I agree, buddy. Totally agree. So I can probably see it, and there's no wall mounts on this. And this is from 2015. I love how they have the dates, but see, now I can put this up here and it's not hanging off. Now I don't know if this charges as fast as the 101. That looks like maybe a video for the future. Maybe we can do something like that. But it's a cool little charger. Make a long story short. I mean, look how small this thing is. Let me get this out of the way. So for 89 bucks, man, I mean, the Milwaukee Rapid Charger. Yeah, that's a fan. I mean, I can, this thing, the Makitas, oh, they make a freaking racket. This thing sings a song to you. When it starts, and then when you know it's charged, it makes a noise. These things are really loud, but I don't give a crap because these are rapid chargers that have been out for the last 5 years. No one competes with Milwaukee's chargers. You can buy their $99 impact driver, and for the last 5 years, you're getting this charger with it, and it charges batteries so freaking fast. So, I mean, people say, oh, when is Makita coming out with a rapid charger? That's been out for 5 years, and it's in every freaking kit you buy. Just really, really impressed with Makita's chargers. And I like their batteries. I love them. I was been pissed off that it took 20 years to get a battery indicator. But we finally got it. Yeah, so they have a fan that kind of makes some noise. Some people say makes some other clicking noise. I don't know. I haven't had that issue, really. But, alright, so you got the charger there. Again, got 2 of these nice, small, compact batteries that I like to put on my drills and my impacts and, you know, keep it nice and light. And you got 2 of them. Runs out, slap another one on. You know, so enjoying the sun, my man. What's up, bro? How you doing, man? How's work going? We're back to the grind. My man, New Jersey Customs there. 577. Bump, bump. This drill... No, that's the point, DeMarcus. I did the video. Had to be 2 months now, and I did it. And I showed a big display. They must have had 40 of them. Big box. Big display. $89.99. Special sale once they're gone. You can look at the video. And as soon as I did that video, people were going... I mean, you DeWalt guys are crazy. You guys love your DeWalt, man. I'll give you that. You know, a lot of my videos on here, and I don't do too many DeWalt as much as I used to. I mean... it's a real cult. If you love DeWalt, you love DeWalt. So, but anyway, people were going, wow, where you get it? What Home Depot? What state are you in? I want the store number. I went to mine and it's 129. But I don't know. I guess every area has different promotions and different stuff going on. But, it's right there in the video, $89.99. I got two of them. I don't know why, but I did. And I opened this one up, like you saw the box open. I played around with it, sunk a couple screws, and let me tell you, man, for $89.99. Now I think it's 100. Let me give you a brief little talk about on this DCD777C2. Now DeWalt kind of made this, from what I heard from a DeWalt rep. Now, if anyone's watching, don't ask, just buy. You know it, Jason Jordan from Maine, smart man. But they said DeWalt kind of came out with this kit for like Amazon, strictly for Amazon. All right. Now, obviously, I didn't really, and like I said, I don't know if this is true or whatever. Obviously, I got it at Home Depot, so it's not true to a degree. But he told me this was kind of made for a certain price point. 100. I think it was $149 when it first came out. You got, like I said, the charger, 2 batteries, this whole kit here. They kind of want a low price brushless drill. Now it's not the XR, but I think the XR, this thing is light. Now I haven't really played with the XR. I'm sure if it is, it's probably the same weight. I'm really not sure. Now the big difference you're gonna see between this and the XR stuff, but let me finish the story first. I jump around so much. But yeah, so this was strictly a low priced tool that was made for online Amazon. Amazon is a big DeWalt seller. Like if you see a lot of Milwaukee stuff on Amazon, you see a lot of, I don't know who else is on there, Makita. A lot of that stuff is third-party seller, but DeWalt, most of the DeWalt stuff is from Amazon. So they are a big distributor of DeWalt stuff. So, like I said, now how obviously, I'm like, well, I got this at Home Depot. He's like, yeah, well, it was doing so good on, yeah, you got that right, Jason. I got a lot of stuff going on. But, yeah, so I guess it was selling like hotcakes on Amazon. They lowered the price to $129 and it really took off. So I guess DeWalt might have overproduced these things to a degree, and that's what you would think. I mean, they were selling displays, but I'm not really sure because there wasn't a wide distribution of this sale. So I don't know. Take it for what you want. But it was $89.99 when I got it. So, but back to the tool. So, like I said, it's not the XR. The big difference you're going to see is with the XR stuff, it's all metal, a metal chuck. This is plastic, but let me tell you, I don't care. I'm not a big, I'm going to, you see a lot of guys, oh, it has to be metal, this and that. Yeah, it would be nice. But, plastic, it's not a game changer for me personally. If you guys, you can drop this thing. I have one you've seen the one. It's like 4 or 5 years old. All metal chucks, no matter what. Yeah, but unless you like slam this thing, and this is hard. A very hard grade plastic here. Unless obviously if you drop it from a 10-story building, it might crack. And let me tell you, if you drop a metal one from a 10-point store, you're probably going to have issues anyway. But I guess they try to do that, obviously, to save money and maybe keep the tool light. But I can just tell you, comfort-wise and power-wise, it's light years ahead of the 771 and the 780. Now, if you follow DeWalt's little spec guide sheet, whatever they do, they don't tell you inch pounds. They go by this UWO. So, from what I remember, I believe this equals something like 500 inch pounds of torque. So it's a pretty powerful. It's the same chuck they throw on a 6. Yeah, it looks like it, but you know what? It works. It really does. I'm not about, like I said, I'm not a DeWalt guy. If you guys will watch my channel, you know that. But this is a great tool, and especially for the price. I freaking love this kit. Now, if it was a bare tool, or the fact that you get 2 batteries with it, that is what I really liked. And you don't have let me see. DeWalt is shady, hate them. Yeah, I mean, they're not my favorite. But this whole point of now, like I said, let me just get back to this, because I start seeing questions here and then I gotta answer them all. What it is good about DeWalt, and I do like this, and you guys who don't like DeWalt, you got to give them some props on this. They have a 90-day, no questions asked, return policy. So if you do, people, I had someone talk about the nail gun. Oh, I don't know what to do with the framing nailer. I'm like, well, I love it, but yes, on Instagram, it's either you hate it or you love it. There's no different. There's no in the middle. You love it or you hate it. And, I don't know what to do. It's 300 and something. I'm like, listen, buy it. Try it out. Take it to your job. DeWalt is like any other tool maker. Has its ups. Yeah. And let me tell you something. I'm not a DeWalt guy. Monkey Brains is right. They are kicking Milwaukee's butt right now. And I tell this to the Milwaukee reps, and they're like, yeah, no. I mean, everything that they've touched has been gold lately. Absolute gold. That the framing nailer came out, and Milwaukee had some issues with their nailer. Everything. They were the first one to come out with the miter saw, the cordless miter saw. They've been really just the DeWalt power station. I mean, and now they got the Flex Volt stuff out. And they've been way ahead of them in the whole OP. Market. They've been out for like 3 or 4 years with their 20-volt line. Then they came out with a 40-volt line, and now a week ago they came out with their Flex Volt outdoor power equipment line. But so they're kicking some butt. They've been on a pretty good hot streak right now. DeWalt, hate to say it. Well, I don't hate to say it. I mean, it doesn't bother me. But anyway, they have a 3-year. I'm only at 7%, so I've been yapping for 42 minutes. I think we've covered a lot about that. I mean, it's a drill. There isn't really much to tell you. But yeah, you have a 90-day. So I told the guy, listen, buy the nailer, relax. Yeah, it's $400. Try it. Try it for a week. If you don't like it, you're not satisfied, bring it back. Well, I could bring it back. I'm like, well, I don't know. That says you got a 90-day money-back guarantee. Right there. No questions asked. Money-back guarantee. So bring it back. That sounds like a weird kit. Drill with 4 batteries. What one is that, Monkey Brains? What kit we talking about? Oh, wait. Let me get back. Home Depot has this drill with 4 batteries for $220? Get out of town. You need 4 batteries for a drill driver? No, but let DeMarcus explain. But, yeah, so let me tell you, comfort-wise, absolutely amazing. Just really comfortable. They slim their handle down. I like this grip. It's really not much to say. I really like it. I like the compact. I like the weight. It's got so much more power. Like I said, this is around 500 inch-pounds of torque. Saw it with an impact and 4 bats too. Oh, really? Yeah, so I guess they're moving it into combo kits now. Like I said, it's been very popular. Obviously, you got a lot of people out there who don't know. I mean, I know people who don't even know Makita and Bosch. I mean, DeWalt is a name that I think everybody knows. I mean, their brand recognition is just amazing. So, the fact that this was $129 with 2 batteries on Amazon, got a brushless motor. I'm sure they sold a ton of them. Just, like I said, somebody buys a house. Oh, I need to get a drill. And let's go on Amazon to see what they got. Oh, they have a DeWalt for 129 bucks. Oh, it's brushless too. Wow, and 2 batteries. I'm gonna buy it. But yeah. So I'm gonna play around with it here for you. I just like it. It's definitely again, you have to be realistic. For $89 and even for 129 bucks, it's a pretty good deal. But is there better brushless drill drivers out there? Of course. I mean, there's drill drivers or hammer drills. And if you heard me talk too now, I mean, I think it's a 1/2 inch, Jay. I think the whole drill driver scene, I don't understand why anybody would really want one or buy one. Let's talk about DeWalt's new blades. Yeah. But, a lot of these companies now, I mean, for an extra 20 bucks, 25 bucks, you can get a hammer drill. That's brought, do you think they're replacing the 12-volt line with? Who's that, DeWalt? I don't know what DeWalt is doing. DeWalt, too, they were one of the first companies with this whole 12-volt thing. They saw it was popular as hell. And, they have totally given up on their 12-volt line. Just absolutely given up on it. Like, it's gone. I don't know if they've come out with a new tool. So, let's take a look. I think DeWalt's is the same Milwaukee 12-volt. Yeah, they have a lot of good tools. Oh, shit. I went quick. Let me lower that. This thing might be stripped. It's hard to do with one hand here. But yeah, I mean, it's got a lot of power. I really like it. And I love these Milwaukee adapters, man. I mean, Makita. But let me tell you, that Bosch one is pretty cool, too. You see me do a review on that, but let's... Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, so, pretty cool. This is pretty much about as much as you're going to be able to get with one hand here. Let's see what we got. Nice, smooth. Nice. I like it, it's a nice brushless, it's the craze now. Everybody wants brushless tools, and if you hear me talk, people are thinking that it's the greatest invention in tool history, and oh, if it's not brushless, it's not gonna work. It has no power, and listen, brushless is better than brushed. We all know that, but I mean, if you can get a drill drive, if you're a homeowner, a DIY guy, right? You want a drill. You know what? I'm gonna get a rigid drill, 59 bucks, 2 batteries and a charger, or a brushless drill, rigid, with a 1 battery and a charger, $59. Or I can get a brushless drill with 2 batteries and a charger for $199. I mean, if someone asks me, I'm gonna say get the brushed, because there really isn't a difference. You can look at the torque numbers. All right, the brushless might have 20 or more inch-pounds. You know what that equals? 1 foot-pound. Okay, so you would never notice it in a million years. I got 2% left before my battery dies. Yeah, like I said, DCD777. I really like it. It's nice, lightweight, compact. It's a great little brushless drill. I mean, the thing is, reviewing drills, it's really hard to do. DeWalt needs to keep their tools at a premium. They can't cater to the pros and the homeowners with one brand. Yeah, you see, that's the thing. I think that's, like I said, DeWalt has Porter cable. Milwaukee has Ryobi. So, you know, Porter cable makes some great stuff, man. I totally agree with that. I think they should, you know, like I said, they made this for one specific reason. I don't think this should have been made either. You have your XR platform. Now you're coming out with a brushless non-XR. I mean, what's the point of the XR? I mean, because a lot of guys, I mean, for me, I would buy this. I mean, this is for $89. I'm going to get a brushless drill, or I'm going to buy the XR and pay $229. Or I can get this for $89. It's brushless. You might not have as much power, but I mean, seriously, everybody's power crazed these days. And I have 1%, but it's a great, great investment. Even at $129, these for 2 batteries, 1.5s. I mean, you're gonna spend, I think, $69. I think that's just for one. I don't know if you could buy a 2-pack. And then if you need an extra charger, it's a good buy. Obviously, for $89, I thought the XR was brushless. No, the XR is brushless, buddy. That's why I don't know why they came out. They have the XR brushless drill. Now they have another brushless drill that's non-XR. I think that's what DeMarcus was talking about, or Chris. They need to kind of have a contractor. DeWalt needs to be their pro grade tools, kind of like Milwaukee is. Then they have Ryobi, and I think Porter Cable they should really invest in as that homeowner brand and keep these commercial. But all right, I got to get going. Let me just show you guys some of the specs here, because my battery's going to die. 2.5 pounds. I mean, really light. This is what you get with it. 90-day, 3-year, 1 year. Free service for a year, guys. So then you got the 3-year limited warranty. But, all right. I want to end this before it goes dead. It was fun talking to you guys. I love talking to you guys. I appreciate you watching. Thank you, Harry. You have a good night. Milwaukee Brushless. Yep. Alex, I thank you for watching, buddy. All you guys, Chris and DeMarcus, all you guys. If I miss Jay and Monkey Brains and Jason Jordan, 2000 Nice. All you guys, Matt Lippincott, Monkey Brains, I think I said him. Jay Filet, New Jersey Customs, Harry Dickinson, Carl B. Gideon. All right, I'll catch you guys. DeWalt DCD777C2.